Alright, today I have an unexpected package. I thought it was going to be here around Tuesday, but it's my Discogs order. For some backstory, I hadn't purchased any vinyl records for a while. This was before I went to the record store, I believe. And I wanted to go to Discogs to see what I could find for the price of one LP. So I said, you know what, $30 is my max. I was able to stay under $30 by being $29, and I was able to also include the shipping in that price here. I was going to film over this way here. I got some recently acquired shelves, but even if I cleared this off here, that's kind of difficult to, well, anyway, we'll figure that one out here. Just some uncut sheet of baseball cards and random stuff that I've stuck here just temporarily. There's my Simpsons art there back there and some other art that people have done over the years. So, and then these are just the binders that are the most commonly used ones that were going to go there. This was going to be for vinyl records. Unfortunately, it was about an inch too short. So how frustrating is that? But super solid shelves, and only cost me $1. So at the state surplus, it needs a lot of cleaning and TLC there. Maybe throw some stuff in the corners there to fill or throw that there. But anyway, let's get to this box, and I wanted to show you this before I forget. I got this in the mail. This was a ticket I found at the Goodwill outlet / bins. This was Patton Oswalt at the Newmark Theater. I mailed it to him and he autographed it. It took a number of months to get that, but very happy to get that. Folded and beat up ticket there, but it was in the leftovers at the Goodwill store. I said, I'm taking this. And usually they don't bring this stuff out here, anything with numbers, personal things, and license plates and stuff like that. They say no, and they won't let you buy it. They're getting some new rules in there. They have a new red and white sign, kind of like this, but it's got rules that you're not supposed to do. And then there's new counter rules, and there's new shopping cart rules. So it's the most ridiculous place to shop, but I got this, months and months ago, and I just got that in today. So very cool. So let's get into the Discogs package here, and I wanted to leave it partially sealed so you know that it's not like something I composed. I'm going to try to get this open here, and hopefully flip this around here, and I'll show you. I'll have to set the camera down for a second here while I open that one up there, and that was pretty easy. So we have the obligatory bubble wrap here. Let me get this lay flat a little better here. If I might have to move, let's flip this box over this way so I can bend these flaps down. And again, bubble wrap, and I can always use that. I never have to buy bubble wrap. Never, never, never. So that is good. Well, I mean, when I say I have to buy it, I don't have to pay full price for it, if that makes sense. And so this is technically buying bubble wrap, expensive bubble wrap for $30. But let's just see what we've got here. So I got a number of, this is from Philadelphia Music, if I haven't said that already. They have something crazy like 90,000 items. 90,000 items. So I think when you get down to it, there's something like 50,000 records. And you can either do it two ways. You can spend $6.50 and get a mixture of records for shipping. So 7 inches, 45s, or LP size, 12-inch LP size. Or you can get all the 7 inches, 45s you want for $5 shipping. So that is cool. And guess what? Yeah, all that you want. So first thing I picked out is Brackish coming down. I don't know who Brackish is. I kind of listened to some of these. It's actually a picture disc, so a 45 picture disc here. I'll try to pull this out here very carefully here. Some of these don't like to come out very easily here. We'll try to do that like so. And there's the one side there, much like the cover, I believe. And you flip it over, and then there's Brackish coming down. And again, that was, I think, $1.50. They had stuff that was, that might have been $2. So I tried to stay in that $1.50, $2 range. A lot of stuff was marked down recently, within the last few months or so, I guess. So that's why they were $1.50, but there's a lot of $2 stuff. These might, I'm not sure if these are the prices I paid for them, but this one probably is. The boy least likely to, Hugging My Grudge. Again, another picture disc there, but I said, you know what, if it's not great, picture disc. There we go. Interesting stuff there. I don't know what year that's from. It's got Hugging My Grudge and Oddballs, I think is what is on there. This is from 2000 and I thought it was from 2014. I just don't remember right now. Maybe it was 2006, but it's a while ago. That one's a while ago. So again, a picture disc. And then here is a group called Jump Off a Building. I think it's bird watching in New Zealand. I can't remember. I mean, it's punk, but I don't remember exactly if it's a screamo punk or what that was. It's been a while since I've kind of reviewed these things here. Left Out No More. This ship is sinking. I've got an atom bomb and Breathe On Right In. So a bunch of stuff on there looks like. See what the vinyl looks like in here. Again, I just did some bargain shopping to see what I could get. And again, a crazy amount is like, as a lot of the stuff is $1.50. I can't go to a record store and get, or a Goodwill store and get anything like that. So the vinyl, it's like somebody got it and it's just like, you know what, whatever. But they had a few things from Jump Off a Building with different covers, or different amount of copies. Then we've got Michael Smotherman, spelled Mike Eel, but Michael Smotherman. I cannot remember. He had a connection to another band, and I can't think of it right now. I had tried to remember that and save that. This is Inner Chords, and he's kind of looking like Bowie there, kind of a little bit. But yeah, Michael Smotherman, and I kind of enjoyed the music video for one of the songs here. I can't remember if it was Crazy in Love or what the song was. And I want to say that's a 2 LP set here. So there's Michael Smotherman, pictures of him all around here. I forget exactly where he was from. And this one I want to say was $1.50. And the vinyl is in like super minty condition here on the Epic label. So very cool. Demonstration not for sale. I might have to take my hands off my camera here to get that one recorded here. You probably see me in the camera here because I had to set that. Otherwise it would fall on the lens. So there is that one there. Again, this is really hard to do without my tripod, which I don't have right now. It's used for something else. Then we just picked out anything that was weird and ridiculous. And so I'm going to try to redo my record collection a little bit and make a section maybe of like novelty records. So here is a novelty record here. Scott Baio. I didn't even listen to it. I don't even really care. Scott Baio looking like very Scotty there. And then, you know, Charles in Charge, you know, people said he's not a really nice person. But again, aside from that, it's Happy Days adjacent. And so I was happy to grab that one. Again, I want to say that was either $2 or $1.50. Again, I've never seen this one before. And if you have, you know, probably have bigger stores than I do. Then I got something called Fielded. And this is not Bjork kind of music, but it kind of is. It's Fielded, and I think there's another musician on this. I don't know if it's a 12-inch, but it was, or a, what do you call it? One of these that has. I see. Interesting. So there's Fielded, and I want to say, oh no, here we go. Here's some sort of interesting stuff here. I'm not exactly sure what that all is. So Fielded, I don't know where they're from. And then Alex Barnett, that's right. Fielded and Alex Barnett, so Antarctica and the Hunted. So it was an Alex Barnett and Fielded dual, or a joint release, or whatever you want to call it. And there's Alex Barnett there. I'll try to leave that all together there. And again, it's just interesting. That was $3 or $4. I think that might have been $4 for that one. So yeah, the interesting, weird cover there. I don't know what that's all about there. No other bonus items in there from what I can tell. Again, I'm just totally oblivious to any of this. But I listened to it, and it was kind of okay. So, but some of this was very difficult to find on YouTube. Now we got band name Breakfast. And band name Breakfast, they have some sort of, I don't know, it looks like, you know, picnic table cloths for their glasses or something. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Band name Breakfast. I listened to one of their songs. I think this was from the... Oh, this looks like a 90s type of release, but I want to say it's from the 2010s. Again, it does not say, from Self-Aware Records there. It looks like a Power Ranger or something like that, or that's kind of been altered, and some other weird dice and game pieces and things you'd find in the junk drawer. Some dude there and a pool ball and all that kind of weird stuff there. Band name Breakfast, and some of these might actually have colored vinyl, so I have to, yeah, I think that's the way I grabbed this one. So we'll take this out here, and it's really neat looking here. So we've got colored vinyl on this one. Again, colored vinyl doesn't do a lot for people, but well, it's really hard to get a few of this here. I'm trying not to get my fingerprints on it too much here, but yeah, it's some sort of marbleized, you know, purplish, maroonish, reddish, you know, rust-colored vinyl. It's just pretty neat there. So band name Breakfast, and there's like a graphics right in there. I should have put the light on, but we might even have even more glare. Then we've got the Eurogliders, and the reason why I grabbed Eurogliders is because I have one of their I have one of their LPs. And Eurogliders, I kind of like this one well enough, this Island. So I figured, you know, take it. And everything in here is in really good condition. There's the promo stamp there. And again, this was $2 or $3. I don't really remember. It might have even been $1.50. I can't really remember exactly. And there's nothing special. I can't remember if this was on Sire. What was this on? I try to get this out of here without having anything get super damaged here. Doing this with the one camera hand here. It's on Columbia actually. So I don't know. I can't get that out right now. But you get the idea. It's I'm sure in really good condition here. Again, I just went and bought bargain basement stuff that looked like it was interesting. This is Face to Face, not the the alternative rock band here. Face to Face. I think that might be 80s, 90s. And there they are right there in the back. Again, I listened to watch some of this stuff, and I cannot remember if it was out of my hands, which video I might have watched. But anyway, I figured, you know what, get that. I can't remember, again, I don't have exactly the pricing, but nothing was over $5. And again, $29 for everything. Then we grabbed Utopia, because, you know, super 80s. So I grabbed a lot of super 80s and nostalgic type stuff here. There's a seam split here, but again, for $1.50 or whatever it was, it's like, yeah, that's coming home with me. I'm going to grab that. There's no problem with that again. And I listened to it, and it sounded pretty good. Todd Rundgren, Roger Powell, Kazim Sultan, and Willie Wilcox. So yeah, Todd Rundgren, I did not know that, so that's neat. Cover's all jacked up, but you can't play the cover, what people say in the vinyl record groups. And we've got, it looks like, two LPs in here, so I can get to those here and show you at least one of them. So this is on Network, so Utopia Network. So I think that's really cool. Again, I hadn't really heard of Utopia, but again, if you're looking for these things, some of these have very, very low views on YouTube because, well, you know, some of these videos get put up and they get pulled down and put up and pulled down. But yeah, some of these things have only like a few hundred views on them. We're almost done with the box here. I think this will be the last one here, and this might be brand new factory sealed. It's Hardquire. I was not really familiar with Hardquire. It says factory sealed. Right there, and it is. I don't know if I'm going to open this or not, if there's any kind of special vinyl there. I probably should have thought of that, but there is Hardquire. That's what they look like. They look very, very 80s. It's on Backstreet. I think that's the same label as Tom Petty. Very, very cool to have that on Backstreet. And I think it was listed as shelfware or something like that, meaning that it wasn't super minty, but it says Premier Edition, $6.98 special price. Something list, I can't read it, it's in red there. Very, very cool there. But there's only a tiny little rip in the plastic right here. Very cool to have that one. Again, you never know how these things are going to play. I've really rarely ever had any damaged vinyl. That was not, you know, super bad. So when you find warped vinyl, I always wonder if somebody had opened that recently and then it was like, oh, this is bad, and then got rid of it. But that is my order. Like I said, it was all for the price of one, a brand new LP. Think of like the Morrissey thing that I just got recently. That was not quite $30, but it was getting very, very close to that. Actually, very, very close to that. So yeah, all of this for that, plus I got a good box I can ship stuff out of, and I also got bubble wrap, which is awesome. And again, it makes me want to go and order more records from Philadelphia Music, because either I'm really good at picking records, or no, that's probably what it is. I'm really good at picking records, or the fact that they have really good high standards. And again, there were some other records which I missed because I meant to grab a Suzanne Fellini, "Love on the Phone," and I didn't grab that one because it said the cover was messed up. Some of these descriptions with all these abbreviated terms, I can't figure out what those are. So I'm very, very happy to this. Happy to listen to some of this stuff. It's going to take me forever to get through that, but I'm trying not to basically, you know, buy more than I can do. But think of it this way: a swap meet would have cost me for all of this stuff here. These would have been at least $5 a piece. So what's 11 times 5? Yeah, 11 times 5 is $50+, so I've saved quite a bit, $55, and then Goodwill would have been a no-go, and a record store would have been at least $5 a piece for any of this, at the very least. You know, this factory sealed would have probably been a 10, you know, so, and I got it for like 3 or 4. Very happy, so I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.